Hey, what's up, my little Tattle Tells? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you're the royal family, all I want to say is man down. Okay, listen, let me not start making jokes, but this streamlined monarchy just got a whole lot worse. Do you know Princess Anne actually suffered an injury? Now, here's the thing. Yes, Anne suffered an injury. I think she is still alive. And you never know with that family. But you know what this means? The only working royal that actually really worked is gone. Charles is looking like death becomes him, right? I don't know how much longer for this earth. Camilla, as much as people are dragging William and Kate, Camilla is doing the same amount of work that William is right now. The only thing is, nobody in the media is talking about her. Then we got William, who's doing an event once every month and a half. Then we got Kate that showed up on Trooping looking like my fair plastic surgery. And she said, I'll see you at Christmas. You better hope I don't get these lips done. Yeah, listen, I've said it before and I've said it again. Now I know why Kate was so mad about those BBL jokes because she really was up in the palace getting work done. But all jokes aside, what is the monarchy going to do now at this point? Well, William has a solution. He says that after Anne was said to be no longer active. She had an injury, doesn't look like she's going to be able to work. She's now saying that, guess what? The kids aren't going to be working royals either. Now, for everybody saying, oh my God, this and that, blah, 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 I think everybody's missing the overarching point. William is setting up his future generations. He's letting them know we will take all the power, we will take all the prestige, we will take all the favorable tax initiatives and programs. We will take veto power over legislation. We will take being bought by Saudi billionaires. We will take everything that comes with being a royal. But my children aren't working and I'm not working. I see, I'm going to be in there on Zoom. And William's probably praying that in time they can actually make an AI version of him that they can just put on the screen. And to tell you the truth, we might like it better. It might actually have more personality. Y'all, let's get into this. Where y'all want to start at? Also, Meghan Markle's father is back giving interviews because if there's one thing that the royal family needs to do to keep the media out of their business, it is giving them a sacrificial lamb. And right now they are back to Meghan and Harry. The only problem is Thomas Markle is no fun. The British media has heard everything he likes to say. On top of all, I think his son's ex-wife is saying, Meghan, don't let your kids around that man. He is a horrible father. Why wouldn't he even be a horrible grandfather? Thomas Markle is back doing clown things. But here's the thing that William though should be worried about. Yes, at first they loved ripping apart Harry and Meghan. But the more Harry and Meghan keep growing and showing, the less they like them. At the end of the day, they might be able to stop Meghan from getting any type of partnership like Altrazera or Dior or whatever. Why? Simple. Sorry. It's simple because they'll make online hate campaigns. They'll do this, they'll do that. Nobody, the Kardashians are the only ones that really do that rage bait thing. But the thing is, with Meghan's cooking show, with Meghan's ARO empire, Meghan has already said that she is literally has her first AR brands. And guess what? It's not going to be jams or doggy biscuits. I know Charles, Camilla, uh, uh, who's the girl that just came out? Kate. I see. Kate, remember when somebody said a long time ago, the most interesting thing about Kate is the fact that she went missing. Now that she's back again, I'm like, what's that girl's name? The one we were all concerned about. Kate. They are all probably broiling because at the end of the day, Meghan was smart to do the Netflix deal. Now, don't get me wrong. They were very ambitious. I believe they overplanned and they were very, very optimistic. Um, I believe that they thought that once they left and they were fully autonomous, the press, if not leave them alone, wouldn't be so vicious. I don't think they counted on things getting more vicious. That said, they are doing fantastic for themselves. For them to be first time production companies, figuring out it has been surprisingly with no missteps. I think the biggest misstep they did do, if you could even call it a misstep, because I don't see the overarching plan, but maybe the plan will work out, is hire Ari Emmanuel as her agent, because when she hired them, I really think that's when she went the wrong way. But that said, she does have her AR on brand. She does have her cooking show. I did see Gwyneth Paltrow tweet at Kate, "It's so good to see you back." And everybody was like, "What's the big deal? That doesn't mean that Gwyneth doesn't like Megan." Y'all forget that Gwyneth Paltrow is very competitive. And y'all forget the way Gwyneth Paltrow had her people going in on Kourtney Kardashian when she started push. Gwyneth Paltrow, even though Martha Stewart's the one that did it, Gwyneth Paltrow thinks she owns that whole Montecito clique, rich white woman. You can attain like this. She thinks she owns it. Okay. So while I don't think she has anything personal against Megan, me thinks she feels some type of way that Megan is dipping her toe into a spear she thinks she owns. That said, it ain't gonna stop anything, because Gwyneth Paltrow was just being a little shady. She is not as evil as the British press, and it's okay. Everybody's not going to like Meghan and Harry. Every people are going to be a little shady, but Gwyneth Paltrow's going to pay for that, I think, in sales. Anyway, right? Where are we at? So anyway, so that's going on. Anne was injured. The last working royal that actually worked is out of commission. This means that the royal family, as we know it, is done. This means no matter what they do, they're just going to be anemic. And this means that they don't believe the queen when she said we need to be seen and believed. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm off of coffee for now on. So, those first week of adjustment, it's a lot. Anyway, they're saying Louis and Charlotte and William's two younger children are being encouraged not to become working royals. Exactly. They want to pay them, but not have them show up. You notice that that balcony is the thinnest it's ever been, and it has the most funding from the public it's ever had. At the end of the day, their greed will destroy them. Okay. Or maybe, I just thought maybe they see their time as being up. Maybe they know that they're going to go by the wayside. So they're doing everything they can to consolidate and uh, grab as much money as the Commonwealth as they can before they're voted out. They're saying when William and Kate ascends to the throne following the disastrous impact of the family, one insider told the Daily Beast the working assumption is that the younger two children will get on and do their own thing. They will be encouraged to not become working royals. Okay, so let me get this straight. Who's going to be working? So it's only going to be Charles, then it's going to be William and Kate. And then she ain't seen that mountaintop. And then it's going to be who? And then it's going to be George. Now, see, here's the thing. I see William's vision because, you know, I I can understand where he's coming from. I see William's vision. See, here's the thing. If there's a whole house of working royals, everybody's going to ask those working royals, why aren't you guys doing work? How come we don't see you around? But see, here's the thing. If there is only 6 working royals, then when people say, how come we never see you around? The excuse is going to be, we can't be everywhere at once. We're doing our best. And if there's only one working royal, then the excuse will be, how much do you expect one person to do? There's no way we can do this all. And he'll start making appointments, making Zoom meetings, writing off the letter. I see it. It is a lazy person's dream. Unfortunately, William's whole plan and Charles is based under the assumption that people won't start to feel like they're making fools of them. Like people won't start to think this is a mockery, that people won't start to think you are not needed. See, that's the thing that William doesn't see. He thinks the queen was old fashioned. You have to be believed to be seen. And you trained all the old monarchists on that. William thinks he is doing something new and different, that he will train the public to say, don't expect to see us, but you will still give us all the benefits. Again, William doesn't want a half in, half out. William wants a all out with a all in with the money. You see what I'm saying? He wants all the benefits and he wants to do nothing. The thing is with William, because he's so short sighted and stupid, he doesn't realize that this literally puts you at the mercy of the Tories. And the Tories will use that mercilessly. Why? Because right now he feels like I'm protected by the government. I'm the monarchy. I represent white supremacy, family. Yeah, maybe. But when the only thing keeping you relevant and in power and keeping your pockets lined is what the people in the parliament thinks, I know I'm gonna get some coffee. Joking, I've quit. Anyway, they said when the older members of the family retire, William won't be inviting anyone else to become working royals. It remains to be seen if he'll even want his two younger children to be working royals. Could this be Charles again? You don't even want to share the limelight with anybody but with George. It's absolutely true. The option isn't there for George, of course, but the children are kept at arm's length from royal life. They're exposed to the minimum possible publicity, and that is deliberate strategy to let Charlotte and Louis choose their own destiny. Is that what happens when William only takes one kid out? Because they have poor Louis at screaming crowds when he's only 5 years old. Get out of here. A friend said it's no secret that William has been devastated by the destruction of his relationship with Harry. Although he absolutely puts blame on Meghan and Harry, he does, of course, also appreciate that the whole system where one of your kids is less important than the other due to an accident of birth and had a massive part to play in what happened and how it happened. There's an entirely reasonable argument to be made that if you are born into the royal family, the logical thing to do is leave it. The same logic applies to your kids. He doesn't want to put them through a human mincer that is going to cause everyone misery. He and Catherine adore the children, and their whole lives are about the children. I think they want to find a practical solution to the spear problem that has bedeviled the family for generations. Critics, of course, will argue that if the couple don't want the children to take on formal royal duties, they should stop promoting them, and the family should stop using them to market itself. Defenders of the whales retort that they would like nothing better than for their children to grow up in total obscurity, but say that's not realistic, and point out that carefully staggered release of images of the children has largely achieved its primary goal of destroying the paparazzi market for such pictures. Another friend of the family told the Daily Beast, if you look at the Spears who have made it work, you really have Edward and Anne. Margaret's life was pretty miserable. Harry, we all know about. I'm sure William and Catherine don't want history to repeat itself. Okay, listen. This is actually sad because at the end of the day, just because he doesn't want them working royals, let's not forget that working royals don't get the protections and privileges that the actual non-working royals don't get the same privileges. So William's creating a hierarchy where George will be protected, and Charlotte and Louis will be hounded mercilessly by the paparazzi and their personal life written about. They can't get around that. That is what the system demands. And as Charlotte grows up and becomes beautiful, young woman, as Louis and George become dashing young men, they can't attack George, but they can delve into what Louis is up to, who Charlotte's dating, whether she went out and had one too many. Again, and this is the one thing that I will never respect William and Kate for. They literally threw Harry to the wolves to uphold a system that, mark my words, in 10 years is going to destroy their own family. And at the end of the day, William will have no control, no power, and no one to blame but himself. Again, if they'll do it with you, William, they'll do it to you. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye, Sussex Squad.